say and spell your first and last name, please?
Ernest Vallorano III, E-R-N-E-S-T, V-A-L-L-O-R-A-N-O.
Thank you. Mr. Vallorano, did you know somebody by the name of Fabio Sementilli?
Yes, I did.
And who was Fabio Sementilli to you?
Very good friend.
Back in 2017, would you have considered him to be your closest friend?
Yes.
Just looking for a photograph that's previously been marked. 73. I believe so. Showing you what's been previously marked as People's 73. Do you recognize the individuals in this photograph?
Yes, I did. Fabio, his two daughters, with Luigi, his son.
You knew his entire family?
Yes, I did.
And who introduced you to Fabio?
We had a mutual friend by the name of Nick Berardi, who I knew from New York.
And was Nick someone who had moved to the Los Angeles area?
Yes.
And did you previously live in New York?
Yes, I did.
Okay. And Nick, where did he work? Did he work for Wella, the same company?
Nick was an independent contractor for Wella.
Okay. And at some point he introduced you to Fabio?
That's correct.
And what year was that?
Ooh, let's see. I think it must have been around, I moved to LA from China actually in 2012. So it was probably a few years later that I got in touch with Nick and then met Fabio.
So approximately how many years had you known Fabio at the time of his death?
Probably 3 to 4 years.
Okay. And at that point in time, were you living in the Woodland Hills area back when you first met Fabio?
Yes, I had rented a house in Woodland Hills.
And was there a group of you that formed a close bond? You, Nick, Fabio, and a couple other gentlemen?
Yes.
Did Fabio introduce you to another individual?
I think the way I was introduced to the group was Nick Berardi introduced me to Fabio Sementilli, and then Nick also introduced me to Diego Raviglione.
Okay.
And then Fabio, we became fast friends, and then I met his family.
Okay. And Diego was also somebody that was working with Fabio at Wella at the time?
Yes.
All right. And did you speak to him almost on a daily basis, if not every other day?
We spoke a lot.
All right. And did the two of you often get together?
Yes, we were at each other's houses quite often.
Sometimes would he call you on his way home?
Yeah,
from
just
work?
call me on the way home. You want to come by for a drink, or I'd call him. We met a lot.
And where did you typically hang out, the two of you?
Either at my house or his house.
And if you were at his house, where would you and he typically hang out?
On his back patio. He would be in his favorite chair, and I would sit across from him.
Showing you what's been previously marked as People's 9, page 20.
Yes.
You recognize this location?
Sure, that's his patio, and to the right, the closest chair to the right, that's Fabio's chair.
Okay. So you would sit across from him and the two of you would sit outside?
Either on the red cushion or directly across.
And the two of you would sit out there and smoke cigars and
Yes,
talk?
have a drink, smoke cigars, and talk.
And did the two of you also socialize together with your families?
Yes, we did.
So did Fabio know your wife?
Yes.
And did you know his?
Yes.
Do you see her here in court today?
Yes. Monica's wearing a beige jacket.
And did Fabio often talk about his family with you?
Oh, yeah.
Was that something that was extremely important to him?
Very important to him.
And did you also meet his extended family from Canada?
Yes, I did. Monica's side and Fabio's side.
Okay. And did he also meet your family?
Yes, he did. My
And-
mother loved him,
Your mother loved him?
for sure.
And-
He reminded her of her oldest brother. He would come in and give her a big hug and, "Hey, Jeannie, how you doing?" And she just melted.
And did you also meet his mother before she passed?
Yes, I did.
Sustain.
At some point in time, did you also meet Fabio's sisters, Morella and Lori?
Yes, I did.
And did you often spend holidays with Fabio and his family?
Yes, I did.
At some point towards the beginning of January of 2016, a year prior to his death, did the two of you travel together?
Oh, yeah, we went on a golf trip together.
Okay. And was there something that he would do every night after dinner?
Yes, after we had finished playing golf, we would have a drink, and he'd rush to his room to FaceTime with his wife and kids.
Did he ever say anything to you or mention anything to you about whether he suspected his wife of having an affair? Did he ever mention anything like that?
Not in those words, but issue of trust came up, and he made a statement that you can't trust anybody but your mother.
And did you go with Fabio to purchase a vehicle that he was buying himself before his 50th birthday?
Yes, I did. His Porsche.
And were you and Fabio and a number of close friends planning a golf trip for his birthday that was coming up to several golf courses in California, like Pebble Beach?
Yeah, it was, yes, I did. I think there were 8 of us invited.
And did you, along with the others, receive an email from Fabio about paying Monica for this upcoming birthday trip?
Yes.
And did you, in fact, pay Monica a certain amount of money for this trip?
Yes.
How much money was that, if you recall?
I think it was around $3,000. So.
Each?
Yes, well, yes.
Okay. Did you ever get to go on that trip?
No.
Did the defendant ever return the money to you?
No.
The weekend before Fabio was killed, that would have been January 21st and 22nd of 2017. Did you receive a call from Fabio?
Yes, I did.
And did you go over to his house to help him with something?
Yes, to repair, I think it was a power washer he had just bought.
Okay. And did the two of you go somewhere to try and get this power washer fixed?
Well, actually, that day we tried to fix it right in his driveway.
Were you successful?
And we got it to run.
Okay. And did the two of you go somewhere?
That day...
Did you drive somewhere in his Porsche to Manhattan Beach?
Oh, yes, that's right. I introduced him to a mechanic that I trusted to service his Porsche and check it out for him.
Okay. And at some point in time on that weekend, did you see the defendant?
Yes, I did.
It's overruled.
That weekend while you were at the house, did you ever see the defendant?
Yes, I did.
And can you describe the relationship that you commonly saw between them? Did it appear that they had a good relationship? What did you notice?
Yes. It seemed like a very loving family.
Okay. Did you see anything between the defendant and Fabio that weekend that you thought was odd? Looking back now.
Yes. Yes, I did.
What was that?
While we were repairing the power washer, Monica came out. It was around noontime, I remember, and Monica came out and had made sandwiches for us, which I thought was great. So she gave us a sandwich. I was all happy. And Fabio didn't seem happy. He kind of ignored her.
Seemed like there was maybe something going on between them to you?
Objection leading, calls for speculation.
Sustain on both.
Did it seem to you that they weren't themselves, or at least that Fabio wasn't himself?
Same objection.
Sustained.
By the way, with respect to Fabio's Porsche, was he somebody who was letting everybody drive his vehicle?
Oh, no. He actually told me the only two people who drove it were myself and one time Monica. He wanted her to drive it.
So you don't suspect that Fabio would have let any of...
Not at all, no.
Objection calls for speculation.
Sustained.
After that particular weekend, did you leave to go on a trip with your wife to London?
Yes, I did the next morning.
All right. And when you landed in London, did you receive news about Fabio's death?
Yes, I did.
And did you call the defendant to talk to her about what had happened?
Yes, I did.
After you returned, did you cut your trip short because of this?
I tried to, but Monica said that it was going to happen right away. I couldn't get back in time.
That what was going to happen right away?
That they would be having the funeral right away.